sorry about that, we ran out of time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this all up. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to recut this a little bit deeper. A little bit more of a pronounced corner here. And again, I'm going to follow this with my knife and redefine that with a little half a V cut, you know, on the one side down that way. Alright. See if we can finish up the head here. And the same thing here, we're going to make this a little bit deeper than the alright. Looks pretty good. And then I'm going to scoop this out a little further just to give it a little more shape. Same thing with the back here. And round this off a little bit more. See if we can. Get rid of those little corners. There we go. That looks much better. Keep at it until it looks rounded to you. Alright? Still sticking out a little further. But I'm going to kind of redefine that a little bit better a little bit later when I get a chance offline. I'll fuss with that. Okay, now the eyes, I'm going to dig this out just a little deeper on both sides of that nose. I'm going to just do another little sweep. Alright, I'm going to take my pencil. I need to recut that a little bit. Let me do this back here. I'll show you how I'll draw these on. You would have room for an eyelid, or you don't need to put an eyelid. I am not going to put an eyelid on this one. I'm just going to spray it a little bit just to help me with cutting those eyes out. And I'm going to take my knife here, and I always draw my eyes on simply because I want to make them even on both sides. Okay, when I do this at the corner, I kind of do a little triangular cut again to make it deeper. Alright, and then I go from the top down and round up that eye a little bit, and then go from the bottom up. That's all that's to making the eye. Alright, so do the same thing over here. Do a little bit more of a cut there. You don't want to make the eyes too uneven from each other. You know, if you look in a mirror and you cover one half of your face with a piece of paper with your hand, you'll notice your eyes don't look the same. They're a little bit different. They're not exactly the same. So if these don't look exactly the same, don't panic. You know, of course you don't want it super smaller than the other one, but get it about the same size is fine. You know, it all depends how the hat's draping over it, and there's a number of factors that will dictate to you how that eye is going to come out. But making sure you have a very sharp knife is a real plus. You know. So we're kind of done with the face. I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup here and there. Maybe roll that thing back a little further. To get that nose a little pudgier out here, as you can see. And then I put two little nostrils in it, and that's a little harder to do with these, but I use my little gouges for that. If you don't have the gouges, you don't have to put it in. That's entirely optional for you if you decide you want to put that in. Alright, the face is pretty well done. Now, the top here, we're going to go ahead and I usually like to drape it down and back up a little bit. Back down like a little wave. Okay. Not just straight across. I like it a little bit of a Now this here, I want that scooped out just a tad more, so I'm going to just do that first before I actually put the, use my little V tool to go around, and then I recut it with a knife. I'm sure you've seen that in some of the other videos. Alright, so I'll worry about that a little bit later. Let's start with the bottom here with the feet. Now